What are intermolecular forces? Well, consider hydrogen plus oxygen. We know that when hydrogen plus oxygen react together, they form a molecule of water. So this is a single molecule of water. In this single molecule of water, there are 2 atoms of hydrogen and there is only 1 atom of oxygen. Now consider these 4 molecules of water, or I say 4 basic units of water. Let me ask you, what are holding together these 4 molecules of water or these 4 basic units of water? Well, there is attractive force between these 2 molecules of water, there is attractive force between these 2 molecules of water, and there is also attractive force between these 2 molecules of water. So the answer is simple. Attractive forces are holding together these 4 molecules of water. In chemistry, these attractive forces between molecules are called intermolecular forces. Let me repeat it. In chemistry, these attractive forces between molecules are called intermolecular forces. Thus we say that intermolecular forces exist between these 2 molecules of water, intermolecular forces exist between these 2 molecules of water, and intermolecular forces also exist between these 2 molecules of water. Therefore, we define intermolecular forces as the attractive or repulsive forces between molecules of a compound are called intermolecular forces. Let me repeat it. The attractive or repulsive forces between molecules of a compound are called intermolecular forces. Remember that intermolecular forces usually exist between molecules, not between atoms. Here, let me teach you one bonus point. All intermolecular forces are electrostatic in nature. Consider case number 1 and case number 2. In case number 1, this negative side of this molecule and this positive side of this molecule attract each other. So we say that here intermolecular forces are attractive. While in second case, this negative side of this molecule and this negative side of this molecule repel each other. So we say that here repulsive intermolecular forces exist. Therefore we say that all intermolecular forces are electrostatic in nature. Thus noted down this important point. Now let me teach you the different types of intermolecular forces. At college level, we only study 3 types of intermolecular forces, like hydrogen bonding, dipole-dipole forces, and London dispersion forces. Hydrogen bonding exists between molecules like water, hydrogen fluoride, and ammonia. Dipole-dipole forces exist between 2 polar molecules like HCl, sulfur dioxide, etc. While London dispersion forces exist between 2 non-polar molecules like hydrogen gas, fluorine gas, chlorine gas, oxygen gas. If you want to learn more about these types of intermolecular forces, then watch our lectures and their links are given in the description. Now let me teach you some concepts about intermolecular forces. Is it true that intermolecular forces only exist in nonmetals? The answer is yes. Intermolecular forces only exist in nonmetals, while intermolecular forces do not exist in metals. Secondly, what type of intermolecular forces are present in metals? Well, metal contains no intermolecular forces. Rather, metal contains intramolecular forces, or chemical bond like metallic bond. If you want to learn more about intermolecular forces and intramolecular forces, then watch our lecture and its link is given in the description. Thus noted down these important questions. Also, you should learn that what is the relationship between boiling points and intermolecular forces. Well, to learn this concept, you must learn the concept of strong intermolecular forces and weak intermolecular forces. When we cannot easily separate the molecule of a compound, we say that it is a strong intermolecular force. In case of strong intermolecular force, we need more thermal energy to separate the molecule. On the other hand, when we can easily separate the molecule of a compound, we say that it is a weak intermolecular force. In case of weak intermolecular force, we need less thermal energy to separate the molecules. In the light of these facts, we say that boiling point is directly proportional to intermolecular forces. For example, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade and the boiling point of acetone is 50 degrees centigrade. Here, the boiling point of water is high and the boiling point of acetone is low. Can you guess that which compound has strong intermolecular forces? Well, the boiling point of water is high, so it has strong intermolecular forces. On the other hand, the boiling point of acetone is low, so it has weak intermolecular forces. Finally, let me teach you two bonus questions. What is the strongest intermolecular force? Well, the answer is hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding occurs when hydrogen is bonded to a strongly electronegative element. For example, consider hydrogen and fluorine. We know that hydrogen has only one electron, therefore it is less negative. One can say that it is almost positive. On the other hand, fluorine atom is highly electronegative atom. This causes very strong attractive force between weak and strong atoms. Thus, large amount of energy is needed to break this bond. Therefore, hydrogen is the strongest intermolecular force. Remember that it exists in hydrogen fluoride, water, and NH3. Lastly, what is the weakest intermolecular force? Comparatively, we say that London dispersion forces is considered to be the weak intermolecular force. For example, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade and the boiling point of methane is minus 162 degrees centigrade. But keep it in mind, London forces gradually increases as the number of electrons increases in a molecule. For example, consider decane. The boiling point of decane is 174 degrees centigrade and that of the water is 100 degrees centigrade. Thus remember that the strongest intermolecular force is hydrogen bonding and the weakest intermolecular force is London dispersion force. Therefore, we say that hydrogen bonding is the strongest intermolecular forces, then dipole-dipole forces, then London dispersion forces. Thus note down these important points.